Festive season is here, and today we are talking about my top 10 picks for sensory-based gifts for children. You are gonna love these. These are all items that I have either used at home regularly or I've used in therapy, and they are honestly things that are great investments for your child's development. Let's get started. And if you are on the hunt for gifts generally and you're wanting to get really good quality toys and toys that support all areas of development, you can go and check out my gift guide, which is linked below. I walk through every single area of play and the types of gifts that are best for different age groups. So come and check that out. Now, without further ado, let's get started with number 10. I love these textured balls. They are great for having in a kind of ball pit. They're great for having a ball box. You'll find that your children can engage with these in so many different ways, from rolling them on their skin, to using them as pretend food, to playing catch with them. These textured balls are a great investment and they'll get a lot of really varied kind of use with young children. You get ones that are kind of squishy, you get these ones that have kind of knobbles on them that are a little bit harder, and I like to have just a variety of these. I find that they can be super helpful. They're also great to have for car trips or for those like in your handbag kind of toys that you can pull out. I've worked with children before that we've done songs with rolling the balls all over. We've also done kind of massages. You can get them to massage your neck or you can roll it along their back. Children love this. Number 9 is something that you may already have at home. It is great for sensory exploration. It is pretty clean play as it goes for sensory play, and it's pretty easy to find. So number 9 is shaving cream. We love to just have a tub of shaving cream out, especially when there's been like rounds of sickness going on. I find that this is really good clean play. It makes sure everybody's hands are nice and washed. It also is easy to wipe off of clothes, so you don't have to worry about stains or having to get changed or anything like that. You can also add some food coloring to this, or like a bit of tea drops if you're wanting something a little bit more natural. You can add things in, you can use it as paint, you can use it to hide things in. And if your child dives straight in and loves the shaving cream experience, perfect. If they are a little bit slower to get started with this, that's also fine. Give them a scoop or a spoon or something that they can mix it around and make patterns in the shaving cream. We've also done a lot in preschools that I've worked in, shape drawing within shaving cream. So if you are in pre-writing shapes, I'll link a video of that above, or if you are already in the writing stage, this is a great time to start practicing that, just using your finger drawing into shaving cream. And number 8, I hinted at it with the shaving cream because you can use that for this as well, but it is bath paint. I'll have all of these linked below. This is a great one because it's very contained. You put them in the tub with the paint and everything gets washed down at the end, but it really engages children, especially if you have a child that's struggling to get into the bath, or that they just have a bit of a battle around bath time. I'll link a video about that above as well, but it can be really helpful to have like a direct, we're going to paint in the bath now, and this is great for sensory as well, because often it's not just the paintbrush that gets used but our whole hand, and it's really exploratory and a great entryway into sensory play. Number 7 is eyedroppers. These are really helpful if you are doing any kind of STEM based sensory play. So if you're doing things with like vinegar and bicarbonate of soda, we've done water droplets on wax paper as well. We've done all kinds of things. Like my kids love to set out cups with, you can put a drop of food coloring in each. If you use different colors, that's also great, and let them do like a whole experiment on mixing the colors. Mixing and changing colors is one of the things that really pulls children into play, and when they are using these eyedroppers, it actually takes quite a bit of coordination. So generally this is good for like a 2-year-old and up, to really lift that and then squeeze it. So we're getting some great fine motor practice there, practicing all the muscles that are needed for good pencil grip, and it's being done through something that's really engaging and really fun. These are a great thing to have at home. The next one is a peanut ball, and yes, this is sensory. When we talk about sensory development, we are talking about the 8 senses. So that is the 5 that taste, hear, sight, touch. and smell, and then also the ones that involve movement. So your vestibular and proprioceptive sense are very, very integral to our sensory development and sensory integration. So a peanut ball definitely is considered sensory. Why I love this so much more than a physio ball is because it's much more versatile. You may have used this even during birth, but your kid can sit on a peanut ball and put their legs around the side and bounce up and down. We do this a lot in therapy with songs, so bouncing each other, getting that good proprioceptive and vestibular input, but also then it's really practicing their balance skills, their writing reactions as they're moving from side to side. And you can use this if your child is a little bit older and a little bit more adventurous. We use this in therapy, in sensory buckets and things as well. So you can get your child to put their tummy on the peanut ball and use it almost like a bolster where they are walking forward with their hands, and then you can have some kind of a water play or sensory bucket on the other side and let them dig and scoop things out as they are in that position. It's really, really working on their shoulder strength, their core muscles, all around amazing. Another piece of sensory equipment or a sensory toy that I just love is a weighted blanket. You get these in cushions, you get them in like cuddlies that you can use, but they are incredibly regulating for children. I don't know if you've ever used one of these yourself. I mean, this is one of those things that like in therapy and also at home, because we have them at home as well, I always like sneak also to use for myself, because having that like deep weight over your body can be very, very calming and relaxing. So this is a great one that your child can start to use on the days of the festive season where they are hyped up on too many cookies and too much excitement and family meetings. You can have this like ready and waiting in the car as well to kind of bring them back down and regulate them. But this is a gift that will really grow with your child too. So sometimes we recommend these for children to use in school. Sometimes we recommend them for children for like calm down time before they go to sleep. But it's also something that can just be on hand for your child to grab and use almost like a cuddly. Number 4 is ice cream scoops. We have used these, oh man, so much. We actually bought a set for using at the beach for like scooping sand and things. But this has gone from almost every kind of play that we've used. If you're making, say, foam, and I'll link a video above on how to do that, you can use these to have foamy ice creams. If you are playing with Play-Doh, this is a great way to kind of engage your child around making a little ice cream bucket and making ice cream scoops. These scoops can be used for just so many things, also in water play, and they are a great way to get especially children that are a little bit more hesitant on sensory bins to really get them engaged quickly. I mean, which child isn't interested in the colors or the smell or the taste of ice cream? I mean, most children are interested and engaged around the topic of ice cream, whether it be the colors of the ice cream or the smell or the actual taste of it. Well, we are getting close to number 1 here, but my third one, and I think most therapists will agree this is like a must-have for every single household or clinic, and that is Play-Doh. Obviously, you can make this at home as well. It's a really fun thing to do together with your child, but having Play-Doh around is something just so helpful to be able to pull out. It's something that is inherently, again, very engaging for children, and it is very much using that tactile sense as they are digging into the Play-Doh, pulling it apart, stamping it, pushing things in. So it is a great gift to give. Number 2 is a sensory toy that again really supports that vestibular and proprioceptive sense, something that is very, very calming for children. And honestly, I think every single home can really benefit from having one of these, and that is a swing. You can go for a just really traditional seated swing. You could go for one that has a little bit more support if your child isn't a stable sitter yet. You can go for a hammock or a spandex hammock that kind of also gives them a lot of deep pressure. But a swing is a great, great addition to any home. What it does is as they are swinging, it's giving them a lot of rhythmical movement, that back and forth movement of swinging, which is very, very calming for children. So a swing is something that I really love and appreciate having at our home. Of course, there are different options for how to attach these. You get poles that you can put across your door frame if you're in a rental, and then you can obviously also drill them into the ceiling. If you have an outdoor space, you can also attach them to any kind of tree or any kind of banisters that you have above so that they hang off of that. There's definitely a lot of options to get creative on how to include this into your home, and I'll link all of the different ways you can do that and links to find those kind of products below as well. And now we are at number one. It's kind of hard to pick a number one because, again, I really value vestibular and proprioceptive as part of our entire sensory systems. But for me, I have to say the one item that we've had at home that just made play a lot more accessible, or at least sensory play, that just made it like, for me, a lot less worried about cleanup, a lot less worried about how I'm going to present this and if there's going to be rainbow rice in my couch for the next 60 years, has to be a sensory table. We have the Fleesat table from IKEA, which I really, really love, but there are so many different options for sensory tables. The first one we ever had was like one of these like really brightly colored outdoor water tables that we just used as a sensory table. And honestly, whatever works for your family, just having the option of a table that a child can really dig into, that you can pour things into and easily pour them out, it really is a game changer and such a gift, especially for young children that are at that stage of their development, that they are just keenly engaging in sensory play. So I will have all of the links for this stuff below. I'm also going to link here a video on overstimulation that I did a while back, but in the festive season especially, this can be so helpful to just kind of understand what's going on with overstimulation, especially when we're going to family parties and events and sugar and all the things. So that video is linked on your screen now, and I will see you over there.